My name is Isabella Green. Welcome to my channel. Today I would like to address the issue of false presentation of just about every spiritual concept that's out there. This is a very common situation that's happening all around us in our everyday life too. For example, there is true care, and then we have health care. And then the idea that something that's real and tangible is taken and perverted to the point that it's unrecognizable, and there is a false presentation of that within our reality. That is happening all around us if we pay attention, such as, for example, also the geometric symbols, the symbol of Merkaba, what's been done with that, the symbol of what we as we know as swastika, what's been done with that. These are the ancient sacred geometry symbols, but look what we know about them. We don't know the true meaning, we don't know the true essence of these things, and these examples are everywhere. Take a look at what we know about the aliens or the non-terrestrial life too, right? How it really is, and what the majority of the population believes in, because they have been conditioned to believe this way. So the question about the false light that comes up quite a bit when the person is passing or the person is having a near-death experience and they come out and there is this white light. And so there is this conversation going on, and I get this question a lot about whether to go into the light. What is that light? Is that the true light? What is that? So I believe that that's the same exact phenomenon. That's the phenomenon where the light, that is the fabric of everything, we do have the true light, but it's presented in a way that it is completely false. So it's a false duplicate of what is the true light, and you can only differentiate that or know that if you are really tuned in and can sense and feel these things. Otherwise, to you, it's just a blind and white light, and there it is. Same thing, I get the question about the loved ones. The loved ones that we encounter in the afterlife dimension that talk to us and present themselves as our loved ones, but we know that these are the archons trying to convince you to come back and reincarnate again, and that whole game takes place in that reincarnation cycle. Are these real beings? These are the real beings, but they're not the loved ones. That's a false presentation. The ones that are channeled by the mediums, are these the real loved ones? I would suggest that yes, they are, because they are in the afterlife dimension and they're able to interact from there with their loved ones who are still alive. So I do not believe that the ones that are channeled by the mediums in most cases are the false presentation, because I've connected with the passed on loved ones, and I don't go through any fancy procedure. I just connect through the images, and I'm also seeing the work of Sonia Rinaldi, and I just don't sense intuitively too that the ones who were our grandmothers or our passed on relatives that we often encounter, or that the mediums channel for us, are the false presentation. However, we have the false presentation of ascended masters in the afterlife dimension, because ascended masters, I can promise you, are not hanging out in the afterlife dimension. They are not waiting for every soul to come out of the body to greet them and talk to them. It's a job of the archons that are running the reincarnation cycle, and so that's a false presentation for sure. Just be vigilant. Pay attention to what feels right and what doesn't feel right. I don't want to lead you into this panic that everything is a false presentation, but, well, it's happening on Earth a lot. That's the idea, that the powers that were hopefully really rolling out here, that there is a true event happening somewhere and there is a false presentation of that event. We have that every day. That's what we call everyday news, right? So they're doing the same exact thing. Even if you watch Gaia, for example, there are many concepts that have been turned upside down by specific presenters that have infiltrated that channel, if you know what I mean. And that is also happening on other channels where that kind of influence and that kind of infiltration is happening to make every real spiritual idea, every real spiritual concept seem false or be accepted as a false idea, be accepted with the meaning that it doesn't represent that the whole idea there. So I would invite you to really tune in. There's only one part of you that can differentiate. You can sit there and think about it till you're blue in the face. You're not going to know the difference. You only will know through tuning in into your inner essence, your inner voice, the heart-centered living and the heart-centered intuitive guidance will let you know what's true, what's false, and very often it would be just a very slight sensation. If you are about to tune in to channel a spirit of some sort and you just have that very slight feeling that maybe that's not something I want to do, don't, because your inner essence knows. Your soul ultimately is connected to the bigger picture, to the true knowledge, to the true light, if you wish. And that is something that truly knows and can guide you so that you do not make mistakes here by following the false presentation that's all around us. Do not go into fear, just practice discernment. Thank you for tuning in today. If you'd like to have a personal session with me, you can reach me at isabellagreen.com. I have a few exciting events coming up. December 12th, that's an online workshop at Academy of Divine Wisdom. I have 2 workshops, in-person workshops in March of 2024. One at the Sedona Ascension retreat. Use code EXITING Reincarnation. That's the name of my workshop to receive 10% off of your event pass. And then at Sedona Yoga Festival, March 14th through 17th, Samadhi, breath, reincarnation, when I will focus more on the yogic essence, on these traditional old school yogic practices that are a part of what I teach. And I'll see you next time. Take care now. Namaste.